Shit. This is my entire Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2 collection. So I wanted to make a video basically just on the Nintendo Switch 2 games, but I've only got, 6 games that are physical and a couple that are digital. So I thought to make this video a little bit more interesting, we'd go through my entire collection of Switch and Switch 2 games, starting with the Switch 2. First game in my collection is the newest one that I picked up and the one that I'm actually playing through right now, and that is Octopath Traveler 0. If you have never played an Octopath Traveler game, these are a lot of fun. I've got all 3 of them. I've got the first one on Xbox actually, and the second one on PlayStation. Now Octopath Traveler 0 is a bit of a different game. It was actually a mobile only game, but then they optimized it and made a bunch of changes to put it onto consoles. Normally in Octopath Traveler games, you get a total of 8 characters, 4 in your party, and that's basically it, and then you combine all their stories together and you make one big epic story and adventure. This one's different in the way that you don't have a total of 8 characters, you have tons more. I don't actually know how many, but there's a ton of characters you can find throughout the game, and you can actually use 8 in your party versus the 4. It's a lot of fun, it adds a new depth to the game, and this one here is fantastic. So if you're on the fence about picking this up, it's great. The only downside to this getting a physical is, yes, it is a game key card, as you'll find with a lot of the Switch 2 games. So if that's not something that you're into, obviously maybe get it on digital. It's a great game. Next game is one that I think every Switch owner should own, just because it's fantastic handheld, and it's a fantastic game. Well, now it's a fantastic game, and it didn't when it first came out. And that is Cyberpunk. With the Switch 2 version, you do get the entire game on the cart, plus all the DLC. So you get a really big game on this one little cartridge. Now this is controversial, but if you look at the data, it runs better on the Switch 2 than it does on the Steam Deck, which is fantastic. You're not going to get the same frames per second as you would on like a PS4, 5, PS4? I'm not entirely sure, but PS5, Xbox Series console. But for a handheld console, this is the best experience. Not only that, if you get the physical copy of it, you do get some extras. So not only are you getting the full game on the cart, but you're also getting some stickers and, oh, it's a little welcome card. I never actually read that. Yeah, but yeah, you get some cool stickers. If you are going to pick up any physical games, this is one to get because, again, you do get that little bit of extras inside the case. Next game, Bravely Default Flying Fairy. This game is fantastic. If you guys have never played Bravely Default, it's a lot of fun. Again, this is a game key card, so if you're not into the game key cards, maybe just download it. It's not like you're getting any additional extras or anything like that. The reason I get physical media on the Switch 2, guys, is not because I have no issue with the game key cards and stuff like that. I do have a bit of an issue with that. The main reason is because I love obviously putting something on my shelf, but I also love looking at the artwork, and you don't get that same sort of feeling when you look at an image on the system itself via download. Not only that, a lot of the games come with reversible art, and this one here has some pretty cool art in the back. So, maybe if you're looking at digital versus physical, you're kind of on the fence, maybe that's a reason for you to pick up a physical, even though you're supporting game key cards. Next game, guys. Now this one, even for the art, I would suggest not picking it up. So I got my Switch on launch day, and then I needed some extra games, and then I went and picked this up, not realizing that there's no cartridge in this and that it's not even a key card. It's just a downloadable code and a case. It's the stupidest thing. Again, yeah, it's something that you can put on your shelf, but what the hell's the point? I mean, it doesn't even come with anything. This is a bit mistake on my part, though. If you guys look and you read, you can see that the game key card it says game key card on the bottom of this, and this one just says full game download. So, beginner mistake. Didn't read it, didn't notice. But what a surprise it was when I opened this up and there was nothing in there. I thought I got scammed out of something. That sucked. The last 2 games are probably my favorite games on the console. As you guys know, I'm a huge Metroid fan, and this game is a little controversial. You already know what I'm going to say, and that is Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. We've been waiting since 2017 for this game, you guys, and we finally got it in 2020, tail end of 2025. There's a couple things I would change. One of the things that people had an issue with was like the Rick Moranis character type guy who was just there for comedic relief. I didn't find him that annoying because you don't really interact with him much after the opening. Yeah, you go to your home base and you upgrade your suit and stuff like that and talk to him, but it wasn't that bad. I don't understand what people were complaining about. Yeah, the hub world is a little bit boring, I would say. Collecting the crystals and stuff like that didn't really add much to the game, but all in all, it was a good game. It is Metroid. One thing I have to say though, the other Metroid Prime games, the exploration did feel a lot more like you're exploring. This is kind of like when you're going through the separate areas of the game, it was kind of very linear. There wasn't a lot of exploration. I didn't get lost in any of the I guess dungeons in this. So if that's something that you guys were worried about, it is kind of an issue. Very linear. All right, last but not least, guys, probably the best game on the console itself, and that is Donkey Kong Bonanza. Fantastic game. If you guys are on the fence about this, don't be. It's amazing. Again, because it's a Nintendo developed game, all these games will be on the cartridge themselves. It's fun to smash things. One of the things that I thought I'd have an issue with is the camera controls, especially when you're digging through the game itself and trying to find yourself. I didn't think it was an issue. Maybe, maybe at first it was kind of hard to navigate, but you get used to it very, very quick. And one of the things that I really liked about this game that I didn't think I would is how customizable the characters are. Like, you can change Donkey Kong's fur color, you can put clothes on him, you can upgrade his attacks, that kind of stuff. And not only that, you can upgrade Pauline's attacks and stuff as well. So really cool game, really in depth. I haven't gotten the DLC for it yet, but I really want to, especially for someone who's a big fan of Donkey Kong 64 and having, Donkey Kong Island mixed in. That's really cool for me. So I will be getting that. And if you guys have not had a chance to pick up Donkey Kong Bonanza, do it. It's fantastic. There's a couple other games that I have as well that you won't see because they're digital. But I did get the Switch 2 with Mario Kart World. I was gonna get just the basic Switch 2 and not get the Mario Kart World and buy that physical because, again, I'm an idiot and I like to waste money. But then I thought, I can buy Mario Kart World anytime. It's never gonna go away. There's always gonna be on sale. I can even pick it up for cheap on, like, say, Facebook Marketplace or something like that. But the Switch 2 consoles with the Mario Kart download is supposed to be just for the launch. So I don't know how long these were supposed to be on the market for, if they're going to get rid of them at some point. So I figured I'd get that little sticker just because, it might be a collector's edition or something like that, right? So that's the reason why I got the digital download for the Switch 2, which is a stupid thing, but here we are. Plus, I did save some money because it was a little bit cheaper if you get the bundle. Okay, so if you guys were only here for the Switch 2 games, congratulations, you're done. You can leave now, but don't, okay? I need you to watch the video. Let's get cracking on the Switch 1 games, because I've got quite a few. So I do have a couple of games that are still sealed. I don't know why, but let me explain. Okay, let me explain. So, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, I've never played this. I bought this because it was on sale, and I do enjoy the Xenoblade games. I have Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I've got Xenoblade Chronicles X. Yeah, I've never, not the second one though, for some reason. But anyway, I haven't played this one, and I was contemplating getting it on the 3DS or on the Wii. And then I saw this again for on sale at Walmart, so I picked it up, and again, haven't played it yet. That's why it's still sealed. But yeah, the next sealed game I have is Sea of Stars. I played this on Xbox Game Pass, so I didn't see a reason to open this up yet. But I love this game. Have you guys played this game? It's fantastic. It does really remind you of an old school SNES RPG. Tons of fun. If you haven't played it, definitely give this one a go. It's too much fun. Plus, the story's great. And Skyward Sword HD, still sealed. Yeah, so basically the reason why this one's still sealed is because this is the second time I purchased it. Again, it was $50 instead of $84, which it is now in Canada, which is insane. But yeah, $50 for this. Yeah, I actually sold or traded in my last copy of it because Skyward Sword's not my favorite Zelda game, and I used the credit towards something else. And then I was looking at my Switch collection, and I was saying, man, I've got every single mainline Zelda game except for the Hyrule Warriors games. I don't mess with those. I have all the mainline Zelda games except for Skyward Sword. That's on sale. Might as well pick it up. And yeah, still sealed because it's Skyward Sword. Continuing on to one of the best Metroidvanias on the console. Not a Nintendo game, but Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. This game's fantastic. If you haven't played this game, it's so much fun. And it's challenging too. Like, the boss battles are insanely difficult. I'm gonna cover the code though, because I haven't actually used it yet. Yeah, great game. If you're looking for a fun game, if you guys are into Metroidvanias and you haven't played this one yet, pick it up. Next up, we have Cult of the Lamb. I haven't played it. My wife bought it. I do plan on playing this game. It looks like a lot of fun, and it's right up my alley, this kind of stuff. So Cult of the Lamb is here. It's in the collection, ready to go. Next up, I have Starlink. It's Starlink. Next up, please. All right, South Park: The Fractured But Whole. I got this game when I was living in Vancouver. By the way, one of the most expensive cities in the world. I was struggling hard, okay? Struggling hard, trying to get through it, trying to live my life. Brand new baby. You know, I have no money. Food's hard to come by. My birthday comes around, and my wife gets this for me. And I was almost in tears because, again, we had no money, new parents, most expensive city in Canada, if not one of the most expensive in the world. And yeah, anyways, I love that. I love her. So thank you for that. I also got Nintendo World Championships NES Edition. I did do an unboxing of this game, so if you guys want to check out that video, please do. It didn't get many views because I don't think a lot of people were interested in seeing Nintendo World Champions NES Edition, which is too bad because the box of all the goodies and stuff is awesome. I mean, right behind me, you've got the gold cart, which is really cool. It obviously doesn't work for anything, but really cool little bundle. If you guys like NES games, this is a lot of fun. There's a lot of speedrunning challenges and just a bunch of different challenges in general. Really cool little collection. Next up is a staple in everybody's collection, and if you don't have it, there's something wrong with you because, I mean, it's Smash Bros. Okay, Smash Bros. Ultimate. I did a poll recently on my channel, and I asked what the most iconic, I'm not sure the wording I used, but the most iconic, let's say, Smash game between this one, Melee, and a couple other ones, 64. And to my surprise, you guys picked this one. I could have sworn that you would have picked Melee. I mean, that's just what I would have assumed. Melee is a great game, and yeah, people were more excited about this one by a landslide too, so that's good to know. Next up, we have probably the best Pokemon game on the Switch. It's definitely the best Pokemon game on the Switch. It's Pokemon Legends Arceus. This game is phenomenal. I didn't even pick up the new one. I didn't pick up ZA because that just looks horrible. I'm not gonna lie. If you guys bought it and you liked it, let me know your thoughts. Because yeah, I didn't get it because it just looks bad. But this game was phenomenal. The art style, the kind of like watercolor-esque look of it, phenomenal. Yeah, it's not a big open world. There are different sections and stuff like that. But this is like the truest Pokemon open world game that at the time we could have asked for. Best Pokemon game on the Switch. Next up, we have the worst. It's a tie, but one of the worst Pokemon games on the Switch, and I got Pokemon Scarlet. Haven't played it yet on my Switch 2. I heard there's a lot of new upgrades that makes the game a lot better, but I have not actually played it yet on the Switch 2. So I'll have to give it a try and then maybe give my thoughts on it. But yeah, I mean, if you guys have played it, you know what the issues are with this game, so I'm not going to repeat it on here. But yeah, Pokemon used to be so good. I mean, when the first Pokemon games came out on the Game Boy, those were marvels. How they fit all the information in those little carts, and then we get stuff like this. It's insane. Another Pokemon game which I really enjoyed, and a lot of people did not enjoy, and that's Pokemon Shield. This is actually the first Pokemon game that I completed the Pokedex on, and I'm an OG Pokemon player. Like, Pokemon Red was my first game. I got Pokemon Gold, Yeah, I had almost every single generation of Pokemon games, and this is the only one that I finished the Pokemon or the Pokedex in. Maybe because I didn't have any friends that wanted to trade with me. Actually, that's not true. I had friends, but no link cables, so it was tough. But yeah, this is the first one and only one that I've actually completed the Pokedex in. So, Pokemon Shield, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. These are all my Pokemon games apparently, but Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. People like to say that this is kind of a waste of money, and the one on Nintendo DS is the ultimate way to play, and I agree. But if you look at the cost of this one versus the cost of the other one and how much easier it is to find this versus the original, this is not a bad option, and I think people are missing that point. I mean, if you look at the cost of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl right now versus the cost of this one, this makes a lot more sense. So anyway, not a bad game, but it wasn't the full upgrade that we wanted on the Switch. Last Pokemon game, and probably the best looking Pokemon game on the console, and that's because it wasn't actually made by the Pokemon Corporation, and that is Pokemon Snap. This game looks gorgeous. It's an on-rails shooter. This is a really good game. If you guys haven't given it a shot because, you know, you're taking pictures of Pokemon, I would suggest plugging it in and giving it a whirl. It's a lot of fun. And again, the game itself it's beautiful. Pokemon have never looked this good on the Switch, except for that's not true. I would say that Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, I only have a digital. That's probably my favorite Pokemon game on the Switch. And a lot of people are going to disagree with that, but it's a fantastic game, especially for us that grew up with the original 151. All right. Next up, we have L.A. Noire. This game I really loved when it came out on the PS3, so I picked it up on the Switch. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about it, but it's a fun game. Next game, we have Dead Cells. You guys haven't played Dead Cells. It's a Metroidvania roguelite type sort of game with procedurally generated levels. Every time you die, you start from the beginning with all your upgrades. Tons of fun. If you guys like games like Hades and stuff like that, give Dead Cells a go. A lot of fun. Oh, and it comes with a little manual. Whoops. So you get come here, you get a little manual with it. So that's pretty cool. You never see that. And then also it's, because it's the action game of the year, you do have reversible covers. Really neat. All right, next up we have Shredder's Revenge, and I did do an unboxing of this as well, you guys, on my channel, because I did get, if I could find it here, where you at? Woo! I'm gonna knock everything over. Ugh. I did get one of the limited run editions that come with a bunch of stuff. So if you want to see what this comes with, check out the video on my channel. Again, because I got that, I got the Steelbook and also regular game case. If you guys like beat 'em up games, if you like the old school Turtles games, don't sleep on this. It's just like that. Tons of fun. It's not very expensive. They've upgraded this game throughout the year, so there's a lot of new content in it. So yeah, don't sleep on it. Next up is Owlboy. This is a good little game. I haven't played too much of it. I think I played the opening, maybe the first hour and a half or so. I bought this at a video game conference that we have here in Edmonton. No. I got it in Calgary. Sorry, when I was living in Calgary. Yeah, they do one every month at one of these old malls, and it's just a bunch of, you know, nerds basically selling their games, and you know, it's a lot of fun. But yeah, Owlboy, great game for what I've played. Next up is a game I would not suggest anybody buy on the Switch, and as far as I know, there hasn't been an upgrade to Switch 2, and that is Sifu. Now, Sifu itself is a fantastic game if you can get it on Xbox Series or on PS5 or anything like that, but the Switch version is very choppy. The visuals are very bad. Frame rate's not good. But I got a really good deal on this. I didn't know how the game ran on the Switch when I bought it, but it came with like a statue of Sifu. It came with the Steelbook and a bunch of other stuff. So I couldn't pass on it. I think I paid like $40 for it or something like that. So it seemed like a good price. Yeah. Another special edition, collector's edition that I got was Shin Megami Tensei 5. I haven't played it yet. I love the Persona games, and obviously this is where that all started. I know not to expect the exact same game when it comes to playing a Shin Megami game, and I'm prepared for that, but I'm not prepared to go through this game right now. It's going to be too long, especially if it's as long as the Persona games. Plus, I'm playing Octopath Traveler right now, and I can't afford to put 2 RPGs in my life. Come on now, I got 2 kids. Next up was another gift from my wife for my birthday, and that was Super Mario Maker 2. Bought this when I was living on Vancouver Island. I've been everywhere, man. But I spent a lot of time playing Mario Maker 2. I didn't spend a lot of time playing the first Mario Maker, which is kind of funny. But I really thoroughly enjoyed this game, especially when they came out with the map building portion of everything, with the last and final DLC. I love Mario 3. That's my favorite Mario game. I know I kind of backtrack that sometimes and say Super Mario World, but no, Mario 3 is my favorite. And I built so many Mario 3 inspired levels on this, Mario 3 maps and the whole 9 yards. Especially around that time, for whatever reason, is around COVID, and I was feeling super nostalgic, maybe because the world was going to and I really want to go back to my childhood. Who knows? But I was having a lot of fun playing this game, a lot of fun making these levels, and just taking me back to a simpler time. So, Mario Maker 2, guys, is a great game. Next up, we have a staple in the Switch, and that is Super Mario Odyssey. Y'all know about Super Mario Odyssey. I have the original receipt from 2017. I don't got to go into detail about Mario Odyssey. You all have it, you've all played it, and you all love it. So, Mario Odyssey. Next, we have Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury. The ultimate way to play this game. Whether you played it on the Wii U and you haven't bought it on the Switch yet because you figured the Wii U is good enough, no, it's not. I did a review on this as well on my channel, so if you guys want the full, the recap and all the details, take a look at that video. But basically, not only do you get 3D World, you also get Bowser's Fury. And Bowser's Fury is a fantastic open sandbox type game. Smaller, but a lot of fun. So definitely check that out. And one of the best Mario platformers ever created, and that is Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Tons of fun. I bought this to play with my kids, and that was a mistake, because all they did was fight with me and complain and yell and scream. I have good kids, but every time I try to put this game in, fights, arguments, all that stuff. So I've learned just to play on my own or with my wife for best results. So, whew, okay, that's a good third of them. Let's continue on here. So we got some more right here. Oh, right, I forgot I had this. Don't judge me on this, okay? Do not judge me. But I've got Paw Patrol on a roll. The last time I did this video back in 2022, you guys really gave it to me for having this game. Again, I found this at a thrift store. I kept it for my kids. Have they played it? No. But I'm gonna keep it anyway. I'm not gonna get rid of it. It's a Switch game and it fills up the shelf. Leave me alone. Oh god, we go from Paw Patrol straight to SpongeBob SquarePants and Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Listen, if you guys have played the first one back in the day on the GameCube, you know this is a good game. Now, is this the best way to play the game? No, but it's still not bad. It's not bad. Next up, one of the best platformers we've seen in years, and that, my friends, is Cuphead. Yeah, again, nice box art and nice art on the inside as well. I really waited a long time to play Cuphead. Like, it was on digital, obviously, for a few years, I think, before it came on physical. And I refused to buy it and play it on digital because I wanted to buy it physically. And then it just never came out and was never announced and blah, 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 blah. And then I gave in and I bought it digitally, okay? Because this game didn't look like it was going to be coming out in physical anytime soon, so I bought it digitally. Literally, maybe a week after I bought it digitally, which not on sale, because that's just my luck, they announced it for physical. So I bought it on digital anyways, even though I didn't want to. I mean, I was going to wait. If I would have waited like literally like a couple of weeks to a month, I would have been fine. But here we are. And now I have it on digital and on physical. But there's kind of a story with this. So I bought a Switch Lite from a guy off Facebook Marketplace. And he kind of had a little bit of a business going on where he would sell Switch Lights and Switches with game bundles and stuff like that. It was kind of a cool business. He showed up and he had the Switch and he said, for this certain price, Switch bundled with the game. But I could pick the game I wanted, and he had a copy of Cuphead there. So I'm like, well, I wanted the physical copy of Cuphead. This is a great time to get it, and it comes for free. So anyway, that's why I have that, and that's my short story on why I have 2 versions of it. Next up, not the GOAT of Paper Mario, but not a bad game, and I'm sick and tired of people saying that it is, and that game is Paper Mario Origami King. It's not Sticker Star, people. This is a good game, okay? Sticker Star is a piece of shit, but this is good. It's not Paper Mario Thousand Year Door good, but it's good. So don't sleep on it, all right? Thank you. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. Really cool that this actually came out on the Switch because it's super expensive and hard to get your hands on for GameCube. I had a Wii, as most people did back in the day. A friend of mine's sister was getting rid of some games, and then they asked me if I wanted them. I don't remember all the games, but one of the games was Paper Mario: Thousand Year Door on GameCube. So I said, yeah, I'll take them. Completely free. This is before it was worth anything. Took them. Played it a little bit, didn't play through it. I thought it was okay. I'm an original Paper Mario guy. But long story short, that game, plus all of my retro games from back in the day, I left at my ex-girlfriend's house. Like, we're talking thousands of dollars worth of games. We're talking Pokemon Heart Gold with the Poke Walker. We're talking old school NES games. We're talking Super Nintendo consoles and games, PlayStation 2 games, N64, GameCube, Wii, everything. So, anyway, Paper Mario: Thousand Year Door. And here's a game that I would not suggest anybody pick up, and I'm very disappointed in saying that because I was very, 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 very excited for this game. I'm pretty sure I made a video about it as well, but and that's Mario and Luigi Brothership. This game got good reviews, and I don't know why. It wasn't very fun. I almost played it through the end. I struggled through the game. Honest to God, struggled through it. And then I got to one of the final battles, and I never picked it back up. I had enough. It's not that good. People who say it is, give your head a shake. The game that started it all. Super Mario RPG. This was a Christmas gift for me a couple years ago when the game came out. I've never really enjoyed the Super Nintendo version of the game. I don't know why. I played it. I've tried playing through it. I got to the opening, and I just never wanted to pursue the game. I think that I had a problem with the art style on it, and it just didn't feel like a Mario game to me, so I could never get through it. But when it came out on the Switch, for some reason, I wanted to play through it. So I bought the game, or I got the game for Christmas, and I couldn't put it down. I played it throughout my Christmas break, and I had a really, really, really good time with it. So I do plan on possibly going back to the Super Nintendo one, because I do have it, and seeing if I can play through it. I don't know what my deal was with this, but yeah, Super Mario RPG. Next up, we have Super Mario... That's not right. Next up, we have Mario Golf Super Rush. I'm a huge fan, usually, of the Super Mario sports games. The golf ones in particular, I have a lot of fun and a lot of memories playing the Nintendo 64 and also the GameCube Toadstool Rush. Wait, that's what it's called. Games. Loved them to death. So I was really excited for this one. And it's not, by all means, a horrible game. It's really not. But it's not what I expected. It's still golf. Yeah, sure. My wife got really good at it to the point where she can beat me because I never... Beat me bad, too, because I never played it. So I refused to play it because I don't want her to kick my ass. Another game where my wife kicks my ass, but don't tell her I said that, is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Everybody has this game because it sold 80 plus million units, so I don't need to talk about this. You already play it, you already have it. But what I do want to know, do you guys prefer Mario Kart 8 Deluxe over Mario Kart World or the other way around? Let me know in the comment section down below which one you prefer. I think I know what you're going to say, but I'd love to know your thoughts anyways. Next up, we have a good Mario Tennis game, and that's Mario Tennis Aces. I never planned on picking this up because I just wasn't really interested in it. And then Nintendo did one of those free trials for Mario Tennis Aces, and we really enjoyed playing it, my wife and I, so we picked it up when we could. The game's not in here, so now I'm kind of wondering where it is. But when I find it, maybe I'll give it a playthrough again. All right. Next up, we have my newest Switch game, and that is Super Mario Galaxy and Galaxy 2. I don't understand some things here when it comes to Nintendo. This is a Switch game, not a Switch 2 game. And Switch games cost about $80 here in Canada. Switch 2 games are average $99 to $114, which is, it makes me want to throw up. This is a Switch game, and they charged $100 for it. This is $100 that I wasted on this. Now, I do like the Galaxy games, but I got them on the Wii. Like, I have them on the Wii. And then I also have them in Super Mario 3D All-Stars, which I'll get to in a minute. But I don't know if this was worth it to me. I don't know. $100 doesn't seem right, doesn't seem fair. What do you guys think? Would you pay full price for this? Switch 2 full price for this? Let me know in the comments. Next up, as I just showed you guys, is Super Mario 3D All-Stars. I was super excited for this game. I love all these games, and they were not on the system at the time. I wanted a reason to play these games again, and to be honest with you guys, I never played Mario Sunshine. That's not true. I did play Mario Sunshine, because I had just purchased it maybe the year before. Anyway, but, and I don't like it, by the way, but, yeah, I was really excited to play all 3 of these games on the Switch. And as you guys know, it was a timed exclusive for some reason. You only had a few months to buy it. And I'm glad I did, because if I wanted to buy it now, it's extremely expensive. The games aren't optimized very well. There was not a lot of additional content. Yeah, the only reason it's so expensive is because it was a timed thing. So that pisses me off. But, you know, I'm happy to have it in my collection. Another game from the Wii U era, and that is Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Fantastic game. This is a lot of fun. If you guys are into puzzle games, and you want to do a puzzle game in the Mario universe, this is a good one. Do not play it with your significant other. If you guys can't put IKEA furniture together, don't play this, because both of you have control over the camera, and it gets nuts. I'm not saying that my wife and I fight a lot, but we fight when we play this game. So make sure you're in love when you play that game. Next up, we have Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. This game it's good. Yeah, I tried to play through the whole thing. I didn't quite make it through the whole thing. It's a pretty big game. Probably one of the biggest Lego games that they've made. I'd like to see how big the new Batman game is compared to this. But yeah, so far for what we have, this is probably one of the bigger ones. One of the best Star Wars game, and one of the most well-done Lego games that we have on console. So this is a good one. Another game that I got from the thrift store, and that is Legendary... No. I picked this up in a bundle. A Sega bundle. Yeah, Legendary Fishing. I got in a bundle from Marketplace. I picked up Mario Sunshine, GameCube, this, and some Genesis games as well. So, yeah. Never played it. This game I got from a thrift store, and I've never played it. NBA 2K20. Sports games on the Switch just don't appeal to me. They're never optimized well, usually, especially when it comes to like soccer and stuff. But yeah, never wanted to put this in just because I know it's not going to be very good. Next up, we have Nintendo Switch Sports. Was really hoping to relive the Wii Sports days with this. I played it twice. Next up, we have my 2 other Xenoblade games, Chronicles X and Chronicles 3. I think I preferred Chronicles X over Chronicles 3. I know this is a spin-off story, but I like the whole mech thing. I thought that was really cool, even though it takes like a couple hours, not a couple hours, like half the story before you can get into the mech suits. But I do like the story, I do like the game, and it was done pretty well on the Switch, so... if you're looking to get a Xenoblade Chronicles game, I would start with that one. And as mentioned, Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Now, not a bad game. Really good game. Very, very good game. Played through 90% of it. Still got to get through the last little bit. Characters are great. The story is fantastic. The world, how big the world is, it's kind of a marvel how they're able to fit this game that runs so well on that hardware. So... good game. And next up, we have TMNT, the Cowabunga Collection. Anybody that has grown up in the NES era, Super Nintendo era, is a Turtles fan, you need to get this game. It's got everything from the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis, Game Gear, Game Boy games, all in one collection. Fantastic game. You will be reliving your childhood on this. If you guys want to see me play through the dam level on this and show you how it's done, I can do it every single time. I'll do it for you. I'll do it right now. No prep time. I'll show you how to do that on the first Turtles. All right, guys, we're on the final stretch here. So next up, we have Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Okay, it took me so long to get this game and play through this game. I bought this maybe a couple of months ago, or maybe a month ago. Just before Christmas is when I picked this up. So yeah, first time I played through it was very recent. I did play through the whole thing. It's a great game. I mean, of course it is. It's been out for a while and everybody's played it and everybody knows that, except for me, obviously. But great little platformer. It's nice to see Kirby go in that angle. A lot more akin to Super Mario, that kind of thing. Not quite as big of a world, but it was a lot of fun. This is not mine. Okay, my wife bought it for my daughter, and they never played it. Well, I think they played a total of 40 minutes of it. That's Hello Kitty Island Adventure. I'm not going to go into detail. It's not mine. Next up, I have a collector's edition for Axiom Verge. If you guys have never played Axiom Verge, it's like an 8-bit Metroidvania, fantastic story. Great little game. They have two of these. There's this one and then Axiom Verge 2. This one's probably my favorite one, but they're both pretty good. I got this one physical and I got Axiom Verge 2 on digital. Next up, one of my very first Switch games, and that is the Sega Genesis Classics Collection. I don't see this anymore. I randomly came across this when I was living in Vancouver at a GameStop. It's not just a Switch exclusive. You can get it on PlayStation. You can get it on, I think you can get it on Xbox as well. It's a great little collection. I mean, you got Ultra Beast, you got Sonic, Golden Axe, Shinobi is on here too. It's awesome. Plus the opening, like the hub, I guess, when you're picking your game, it's like an 80s bedroom, and then you pick your game off the shelf and stuff. My kids are moving around like crazy up there. Holy hell. Yeah, really cool. Next game I got is Monster Hunter Stories and Stories 2. I've never really gotten into Monster Hunter, like the mainline Monster Hunter games. It's not really my thing. I've tried a couple different times, a couple of different titles of it as well. But I am an RPG fan, and I'm a creature collector fan like Pokemon, and this checks all those boxes. These are good games. I did get the double pack. I did have, so funny story, I have Monster Hunter Stories 2 digital, and then I thought it'd be really cool to get the double pack. And again, this is the importance of reading, people. I didn't realize that Monster Hunter Stories 1 is the one that comes physical, and then a download code for Monster Hunter Stories 2. So if anybody wants this, just reach out to me. I'll give you the code. Next up, we have a game that needs no introduction. That is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Another staple for the Switch. I don't have to go into detail with this one. Most of you have played it already. If you haven't, you are missing out. A lot of people I've come across who've commented on my channel and even just on social media haven't played it because they're calling themselves Zelda purists, and this isn't a traditional Zelda game. That is a stupid reason not to play a game. That's an absolute stupid reason to play a game. These are some of the best games on the console and some of the best games of the last decade. So if you haven't played Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild because for whatever reason you think it's blasphemy that this is a Zelda game, don't be an idiot and play this game. Next up is the sequel, Tears of the Kingdom. So I did get the special edition for this as well. Steelbook in hand, and then of course, yeah, the main game. Really cool little collector's edition. It came with a bunch of stuff. It came with pins. It came with postcards with art books and stuff like that. Yeah, great game. I don't have to go into detail about Tears of the Kingdom as well. Phenomenal game. There you go. I just went on a rant about traditional Zelda and Breath of the Wild. But I do love the traditional Zelda games, and the top-down games are my favorite. Link to the Past, Minish Cap being one of my favorites as well. So I have to give props to Nintendo for still making those games and coming out with its own art style for these two games. So we've got Link's Awakening and we got Echoes of Wisdom. This game, really, really cool that you can be Zelda for the first time ever. But I'll tell you, being a Zelda fan and playing Zelda and playing through the games as Link since I was a kid, and then coming to this one for the first little while, it was it was a breath of fresh air being able to play as Zelda. But I always found myself wanting to play through this game as Link. So there's that. I mean, it'd be pretty cool if we can play this game from Link's point of view, because he is in a different world, right? Throughout the game, and maybe they can do like a version where you play as Link, which would be really cool. It'll never happen, but that would scratch my itch anyway. And then, of course, as I mentioned, Link's Awakening. The Game Boy game was fantastic. The Game Boy Color game was fantastic, and this one is no exception to that rule. Fantastic game. If you guys haven't heard the story about Link's Awakening and how this game was developed, go check out Video Game Historian. He does a great job of breaking it down. Really cool story how this game came to be. Next up, I have Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D Remake. I love Dragon Quest 11. I had Dragon Warrior as a kid on my NES, but being like 5 years old or something, I didn't really get into it. I popped it in. I remember popping it in a couple times, playing for about 12 seconds and turning it off, thinking it was the stupidest game ever. That's the last time I played Dragon Quest until Dragon Quest 11 came around. I absolutely fucking love Dragon Quest 11. So I wanted to get my hands on the remakes of Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3, and 3 being the first one. I picked that up. It's a good game. It's not great. It's a good game. It looks good, story's all right. I don't know. I kind of found myself getting bored of it near the end. For some reason too, I found it very difficult, and I'm an RPG guy. I don't know why. Maybe I don't know. I don't know why I found it so difficult. But yeah. Next up, we have Collection of Mana. It's a collection of 3 different games. We got Final Fantasy Adventure, Secret of Mana, and then Trials of Mana. I played Trials of Mana. I have not played Final Fantasy Adventure, which I believe was the first Mana game. And then Secret of Mana itself, I haven't played. But this is Trials of Mana is a great game. This is a good collection, and it's nice to have them on the Switch. And then we have Trials of Mana, which is the remake of the earlier game. I played through this one a couple years back when I was, again, on Christmas holidays, but I was sick, so I was bedridden and I needed something to play, and it was a lot of fun. The problem is that I played this game right after playing, or really close to right after playing Dragon Quest 11. And I was kind of hoping for that experience again, and I didn't get it, so I was a little bit disappointed. I know that's my own fault. But if you're not expecting that, you'll have a good time. Next up, we have Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, you can correct me in the comments, but I'm pretty sure this came out on the PS2 originally, and I'm pretty sure that's the game that I played, which you'll never know, but I'm pretty sure that's the game that I played through on the PS2 and had a great time with it. But this game, for whatever reason, buying it again and playing it on the Switch, I cannot get into it. I've tried a couple of times, and I can't. It kind of seems pointless to me. I don't like the battle system at all. I'm a turn-based RPG kind of guy, or an action RPG kind of guy, and this one, it basically does the fighting for you. You just click on where you want it to go, and then it does it for you, and that's not my thing. Next up, we have the Crash Bandicoot N. Sane Trilogy. Great trilogy of these games. If you haven't played Crash before, they are very, very tough platformers, especially if you want to collect everything in the levels, if you want to get all the box or the crates, all that kind of stuff. Very, very difficult. And that never changed when it came to Crash Bandicoot. It's about time. This is the newest Crash Bandicoot game. It came out a few years ago. Great game. Again, it's just like the original trilogy. Basically, everything that made these 3 games great, they implemented into this. They didn't skip a beat. It was fantastic. Yeah, great game. We're down to the last 3 games, and we're actually down to 2 of my favorite games on the console. But before we get to that, we're going to get to my son's favorite game, and that's Lego Marvel Super Heroes 2. Lego games I loved when I was younger. I had them on my PSP, had a lot of fun playing them. Tried to get a couple of them for the Switch. I can't really get into this anymore. This one here, Batman, I have on the DS, 3DS, wherever it is up there. Indiana Jones, same thing. Yeah, I can't really get into them anymore for some reason. They're just not as fun as they used to be. All with the exception of the new Star Wars one, of course, because I just told you how much I like that game. But yeah, I don't know. It just feels tired. It feels old. The same old thing. Can't really get into these. But again, my son has a fun time playing these, so there you go. All right, now for my favorite games on, two of my favorite games on the Switch, and one of them, and they're both the same, they're both the same franchise. That is Metroid Prime Remastered. Wow, what a remaster. This isn't remaster. This is a remake. If you haven't bought it, I don't know why. Like, maybe you just aren't a fan of Metroid games. I don't know. But if you haven't played the remaster of Metroid Prime on the Switch, you are missing out. This is fantastic. I have a hard time going back to the Metroid Prime trilogy on the Wii because I'm not a fan of motion controls. I have Metroid Prime on, like even the Metroid Prime original on GameCube. The controls on that feel really outdated as well. So getting the remaster with updated modern controls, it was great for me because I can actually sit down and I can focus and play through the game again. We're spoiled, people. Yeah, Metroid Prime Remastered. Great remaster. Don't miss out on this one. Plus, it's for what you're getting with this game. The price tag is fairly inexpensive. So I believe it's $30 in the US. It's $50 here, but I believe it's $30 in the US. So yeah, don't miss your opportunity on that one. And again, one of my favorite games on the Switch. Is no surprise to you guys who follow my channel. You all know how I feel about Metroid Dread. Yeah, I love Metroid games. I love Metroidvanias in general. Whenever a new one comes around, a good one comes around, I'm dropping everything and I'm playing through those. This was one of my most anticipated games on the Switch. Probably this and Tears of the Kingdom are the ones that I was really excited for. People were upset that this was a full price item at $60 or $84 now here in Canada. But don't let that deter you from the game because it is a fantastic Metroidvania. Great visuals. It runs really well on the console as well. Yeah, pick it up. It is definitely worth your time. And that's it, my friends. That is my entire Nintendo Switch collection. It's kind of exploded in the last few years. I think I had maybe, when I did this in 2022, I think I had maybe a third of these games. As I mentioned prior, a lot of my games, for whatever reason, were on digital, even though I am a physical collector and I love physical games. For some reason, the majority of my games at that time were on digital. And it's only been recently that my physical collection has actually exploded. So I think I got close to, I don't know, I didn't actually count, about 60 to 70 games. A few more if you count the Switch 2 collection. But yeah, I'd love to hear from you guys. I'd love to know what your top 3 favorite Switch games are, and how many games you have in your collection. Feel free to comment in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe to Super Gaming Minute. I'm putting out videos a lot more frequently now. I'm trying to tailor them to what you guys like. I'm playing around with different things. A little bit more retro, as well as a lot of the Switch stuff as well. So if you guys like talking retro as well as modern Nintendo, then don't forget to subscribe to Super Gaming Minute. Thanks again, guys.